there, I'm Chef Ani, and today we are making incredible vegan meatball sliders. These are so good, fun to make, and even more fun to eat. The 4th of July is right around the corner, and as you can see, we are getting ready for it. I am so excited for the 4th of July this year. And one of my favorite things to do on the 4th of July is to have burgers of some sort. And this year we're making little mini meatball sliders. And one of the best parts is that we made the little mini hamburger buns. We made those a few weeks ago. So you can make your own bun and your own meatball to go in it. And you can make the pesto that we put on it and the marinara sauce. And you've made the entire thing yourself from scratch. Or you can buy little bits and pieces so you don't have to do quite as much. You can do whatever you want. Do what makes you happy. You be you. Anyway, I will put all the links to those recipes down below, but I am seriously so excited. I think we should just jump right into this video. So enough talking, let's get cooking. So the first thing we're going to do is to work on our dry ingredients. I have some Vital Wheat gluten here. I use the Bob's Red Mill brand. I love Bob. I met him and he's the kindest guy. He just turned 90 and he looks amazing. I love to support him and his incredible brand. It is so good. Anyway, not sponsored, just genuine love for Bob. Next, we add some finely chopped walnuts. Now, some of the walnuts will come out in the water when we cook these meatballs, but that's okay. It adds so much flavor and texture, it's totally worth it. Next, we add some panko, some nutritional yeast flakes, and of course our secret ingredient, the dried mushrooms. You can buy dried mushrooms just like this in your grocery store, and we grind it into a powder, and it adds so much flavor and depth to these meatballs. A little flour, a little bit of sage, and finally some dried basil because we are making these kind of have an Italian flair to them. Some cayenne pepper, not enough to make these super spicy, but enough to add some flavor. We're just going to stir this all together. Moving on to our wet mixture. So in a food processor, we're going to add some chopped onion, some tofu, Bragg's liquid aminos, and again, if you don't like Bragg's, you can use soy sauce, garlic, some olive oil, water. Now we're going to blend this till smooth. Now that our wet mixture is nicely blended, we are going to add it to our dry mixture. Stir it until it gets into kind of where it's a little hard to work with, and then we're going to use clean hands to get in there and to knead it a little bit. Now we are going to let our dough rest while we work on our broth. So in this pot I have water, and I'm going to simply add some Bragg's liquid aminos. While we wait for that to come to a boil, we are going to make our meatballs. So I just take a spoon and I get a good amount. You roll it into a nice meatball shape. You just keep on doing that with the rest of the dough. Now that we have our meatballs, I like to take one meatball and to put it in the broth and just let it cook for a few minutes just to see how it's going to react. Now that we've done one meatball for a while and it's held together and it looks really good, we are going to add the rest of the meatballs. And we're going to gently boil them for about an hour. So as soon as your meatballs are done cooking, they can be a little loose in texture, but once you let them cool, they turn into a very good texture. So just let them cool and sit in the broth. Now for sliders, I like to take the meatballs once they've cooled and just brown them in a pan with a little bit of oil and Bragg's liquid aminos. And this creates a beautiful brown coating on these meatballs, and then you can put them in the fresh hamburger buns with some pesto and some marinara sauce or whatever you want to, your favorite toppings, and then it will be fantastic. But of course right now I'm just way too excited to do that. I'm going to eat this meatball just as it is, and then later I will make it into a slider. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe to join me in this adventure to eat healthier, one recipe at a time. And I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday with another video. I hope you have a fantastic 4th of July.